Hi everybody, welcome to your yoga practice. I'm Kat, I'll be your guide. Today we're going to do a watery mandala flow, which means we'll be switching which side of the mat is front. So stay tuned for mixing it up a little bit today. And as you can see, I'm here on the beautiful Vashon Island, Colvos passage on the infinity deck. I'm so happy to be here in this really beautiful, magical space this morning, and happy to have you here with me. Let's get started in child's pose. You can spread your knees wide, bring your toes together, walk your hands forward to the top of your mat, whichever way you decide is the top, and allow your forehead to melt toward the earth. Allowing for the spine to begin to release and drop forward. Feeling your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, rooting into the ground. And tapping into any sensation you feel in your inner thighs, in your hips, in your low back. Feeling a big release. And releasing as much tension from the get-go as we can, starting from a place of deep stretch and low tension. Tuning into your breath. The sound of your breath. Maybe even inviting that soft humming sound, Ujjayi breath, in, breathing in through the nose, and then breathing out through the nose. Like waves coming up to reach the shore as you inhale, and then as you exhale, like the tides drawing back toward the ocean. Let's take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we'll crawl our fingertips over toward the right side of the mat, opening up the left side body. Taking a few deep breaths here, breathing into the rib cage, and exhaling to deepen. Inhale, expanding at the heart. And then exhale, can you sink your sit bones a little closer toward your heels? Lengthening. Once more, inhale. And then exhale, crawl the hands over toward the other side. the earth. Feeling the breath flow through every vertebra, all along the sides of your ribs. Once more, deep breath in. And then exhale, crawl the hands toward the top of the mat. We'll take one more inhale. And then as we exhale, make our way into tabletop. Hands root down into the earth, as do the knees and the big toes. And then let's drop the belly, expand the heart for cow. And then gaze toward your belly. Exaggerate the space between the shoulder blades, cat. Inhale to smile the collarbones. And exhale for cat. And then an invitation to begin to draw big circles with the spine. Rolling the shoulders, rolling the pelvis, really exploring here. Feeling the fluidity of water, fluidity of breath, fluidity of energy in your body. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we'll thread the needle through. Inhale to reach back up. And then exhale, grazing the earth, bending at your left elbow to reach right ear toward the floor. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. And two more. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, thread. Last one, inhale, expand and open. And then exhale, melting through, this time allowing for the ear to rest onto the floor. Maybe you'd like to reach your top arm all the way up and over toward the top of your mat. Maybe you'd like to extend your left leg behind you. Taking in a few deep breaths here. If your leg is extended, this is truly a balance pose. So feeling the parts of your body that are rooted into the earth. Feeling a stillness inside of you. Take a breath in. And then exhale, perhaps you drop the knee to the earth, place the left hand underneath the shoulder blade, root into the earth to reach right hand all the way up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we're drawing a big backstroke with that arm as we take the hips for a ride. Big circles, allowing for the hips to come with the movement of the shoulders. And then let's reverse that. Good, another breath in. And then exhale, melting the hand to the floor. Let's inhale, find cow. And exhale, flush it out, find cat. This time we'll inhale, find a neutral spine, long line of energy from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And then as we exhale, we'll bear weight into the floor, microscopically beginning to awaken the pelvic floor and the core. Good. We'll go for the left side. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And exhale, thread the needle through. Inhale, reach. Exhale to thread. 3 more times on your own breath. When you've hit the end of your third, allowing for the ear to melt into the floor, maybe reaching your top hand up and over toward the top of the mat. Maybe you'd like to extend your back leg, your right leg this time, balancing on the ball of the foot, completely optional. Take another breath in, and then exhale, melting the knee to the earth if it was out, placing right hand underneath right shoulder blade to push into the earth, coming all the way up. Arm reaches to the sky, and then exhale, begin to draw that big backstroke. Really beginning to lubricate the humerus bone inside of the shoulder socket. Pelvis follows. Pelvis is fluid and comes along for the journey. Let's reverse. Beautiful. Let's reach one more time all the way up to fully expand. And exhale, melt the hand back into the earth. Let's inhale, find cow. And exhale, walk the hands forward to the top of the mat, forehead to earth, hips stay lifted, finding puppy pose. And right now, we are really lifting our elbows, engaging our elbows, and seeing if we can draw our navel to the ceiling of our belly. Almost imagining you're drawing your navel to your spine. So really engaging the core instead of letting the lumbar spine begin to sort of sink and drop. We want to feel an engagement through the whole core, the whole spine. Reaching all the way up into the shoulder blades, feeling an engagement of the shoulder blades magnetizing together, and then reaching fingertips toward the top of the mat. Good, let's take another breath in, and then exhale, hips to heels, palms of the hands to soles of the feet, child's pose. Maybe rocking from side to side, side to side. Good, let's take a deep inhale. And then as we exhale, rolling up vertebra by vertebra into a seated position. Option is to come onto your toes into a toe squat. This is a really great stretch for the backs of the feet. And then we'll bring our wrists together and begin to draw big circles, or little circles, some circles with the wrists. Great coordination exercise. We can reverse the movement. That also just gives some mobility, some opening in our wrists. Good, and let's shake our wrists out. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, find tabletop again. Good. So we'll begin our flow, and we'll move from one side to the other side in sort of a elongated sequence. So we'll begin with our right leg, just beginning to draw some really small circles onto the mat, almost like you have a pencil attached to your knee and you're just tracing circles there on the mat. And then the other way, allowing for the femur bone to hang loose inside of the hip socket. Good. And then you can stay here, or you can expand your circles, drawing bigger circles in space with the knee, beginning to open up the hips, really feeling an engagement in your supporting glute. Good, and then we'll inhale, draw knee to nose, and then exhale to extend. Inhale, knee, nose. Exhale to reach. Once more, inhale, knee to nose. Exhale to extend. And this time, as we draw our knee to nose, we'll cross our big toes all the way up and over that front knee, coming into a cross-legged position on the mat. And then from here, you can walk your hands forward toward the top of the mat and just begin to find some little pulses here with the back glute. So we aren't coming all the way down into what might be a cow-facing pose right now. We're just opening up the back of our glutes. Really nice and easy to start out. And then maybe you'd like to walk your hands over to one side of the mat, really opening up the side body, just like we did in child's pose, but just taking the notch up a little bit. Good, and then we'll walk our hands forward. And then this time we're drawing our ankle toward our knee, and our knee can come out, maybe it's 45 degrees, maybe it's a full 90, into a tabletop figure 4. Okay, so maybe this pose feels a little bit awkward to begin with, and that's totally okay. So as you're here in this sort of awkward pose, beginning to explore that awkwardness, frankly, beginning to explore any resistance you might be feeling in your hips, allowing for the pelvis to drop, maybe drawing some circles, beginning to feel the hip awaken and open up. Maybe even make friends with this very interesting pose. Good, we'll take another breath in. And then as we exhale, we'll glide that hand through, framing the front foot, coming into our low lunge. We'll inhale as we shift forward. And then exhale, coming back into a half split. Waves are really going strong. Just rocking back and forth here. Rocking back and forth. Just loosening up the hamstring. Loosening up, awakening into this elongation of the back of the front leg. Good, and then we'll inhale to reach the arms all the way up to the sky, find Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, cactusing at the elbows. Inhale to reach. And exhale for Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale for Anjaney. Once more, inhale, reach. And then exhale, frame the front foot, tuck back toes under, find a low lunge. Begin to find some pulses here with the back heel. Good. And then from here, we're peeling the back heel open, and then we're rolling all the way up, finding a warrior two. Here we are. And then let's find, to begin, a wiggly warrior two. So maybe closing down the eyes and beginning to move fluidly with your energy within this Virabhadrasana B shape, letting your arms float freely, feeling a buoyancy in your legs. Good, and then let's transform that into our more traditional Vira B, gazing toward the third finger, reaching toward infinity, expanding the arms, collarbones shining. One more deep breath in. And then as we exhale, reach the top hand toward the front of the mat and reverse the warrior. Reach all the way up and back. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, can you deepen the bend in your front knee? Inhale, opening up the ribs. And exhale to deepen. Once more, inhale. And then as we exhale, we'll find option A, elbow to knee. Option B is hand reaches toward a block or the earth. And then we'll begin to draw some big circles in this extended side angle. One direction and then the other. Good, and then we'll reverse all the way up and back, find reverse warrior. And then as we exhale, maybe we'll toe heel our back foot in a little bit. And then we're reaching toward infinity until we find maybe our shin or the earth or the block coming into Trikonasana. Arm reaches up. And from here, let's take a breath in. And then as we exhale, we're finding a quasi thread the needle arm, beginning to graze our fingertips toward our shin, just in that space between our elbow and our knee. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, thread the needle. So here we're really allowing for, on the inhale, our hips to shine forwards, and then on our exhale for the hips to shine toward the earth. Like you have two little headlights on each of your hip bones. This is just helping you see where your pelvis is in space in relationship to the rest of your body. Good, and on the next one, let's hold, reach all the way up. And then as we exhale, we'll windmill, coming all the way into a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe now you toe heel your feet a little wider. Let's find inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to melt. Once more, inhale, rolling through the spine. And then exhale, melting it through. Head finds the earth or hangs. And then our hands will come in the same line as our feet, bending at our elbows, and see if you can grip with the mat to reach the crown of your head closer toward the earth. Looking at the world from upside down. 3 more deep breaths here. Good. We'll inhale, find that halfway lift. And then as we exhale, we're turning to what was the back of our mat, which is now the new front of our mat, peeling the back heel open about 45 degrees. Arms sweep all the way up. Find Virabhadrasana A, Warrior One. 3 deep breaths here. Reaching to the sky. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale. Option A is to clasp onto opposite elbows. Option B is to clasp onto your hands. Let's loop the shoulders up and back, lift the heart, and then exhale. Humble warrior, melting through. 3 deep breaths, seeing the world from upside down again, letting your spine release, letting the crown of your head drop toward the earth, and notice, come back to the points of tension in your body and seeing if you can release tension where there doesn't need to be. Holding yourself firmly and strongly in your low body, but then letting your spine, letting your chin, letting your jaw soften. We'll inhale to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we'll frame the front foot with our hands, reaching all the way forward, coming into Warrior 3. So you can start out in a supported Warrior 3 here, pointing the toes toward what is now the back of the mat. And then maybe if you'd like to find airplane arms or draw the arms to heart center, allowing for the hips to continue to root toward the earth here. Let's take a deep breath in. And then exhale to graze the foot on the floor, reaching all the way up to the sky, coming all the way up, knee bends. Option is to stay here, or option is to come into tree pose, latching onto your ankle, pressing the sole of your foot into your inner thigh. Maybe hands come to heart center. Keeping this balance. It's okay if there's wind. Maybe you reach your arms all the way up to the sky, finding branches. And then maybe your branches begin to fall their leaves. And then coming into Samasthiti, hands to heart center at the new front of your mat. And feeling the energy that was in your standing foot, your left foot. That's the side I'm on. Versus the right. Feeling yourself here. Good. We'll inhale, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, find plank. We'll take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bending at the knees, lowering all the way down. We'll inhale, loop shoulders up and back, find baby cobra. And exhale, melting forward. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to melt. Once more, inhale, baby cobra. And then exhale, maybe you extend into sort of a supported up dog. And then exhale, tuck toes under, lift hips high. Find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So this is the first down dog we've done in our practice. Wow. Taking a few moments here to savor this down dog, this first down dog. Notice the different sensations you have from one side of the body to the other. So we've done one side, one long, elongated side. And we'll head toward the other. And feeling now just that sensation of one side versus the other, without labels or judgment or any storytelling, just letting it be. And we'll take a breath in. And then exhale, knees find the earth. Let's find a child's pose for just a beat. Forehead to earth. Take a breath in. And then as we exhale, roll all the way up. And then we'll walk our hands behind us. And then we'll find a loop of the shoulders up and back to drop the crown of the head, opening the heart. Maybe opening the front of the throat. Staying here for another breath. And then as we exhale, we're coming all the way up and over, forehead to earth for a beat. And then inhale, come all the way up to seated, arms reach to the sky. And then exhale, finding tabletop. Here we are. So we're starting with the left leg this time, beginning to draw some circles with the leg, allowing for the femur bone to hang heavy, just tracing circles. Maybe you stay here, maybe you begin to expand, drawing bigger circles, finding more support in the right side body. Good, and then let's inhale, draw knee to nose. And then exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale to extend. Once more, inhale, knee, nose. Once more, exhale, extend. This time we draw our knee to our nose and we cross our toes all the way up and over, finding this cross-leg position, walking hands forward to the top of the mat, finding some pulses here. Maybe you walk the hands over onto one side, opening up the side body, feels so good. And then over to the other side. Good, and then crawling the hands toward the center of the mat. We're drawing our ankle toward our knee, and the knee can open out as much as it wants to, without forcing any turnout, without it forcing any external rotation. And then beginning to explore. Maybe it's immediately apparent that this side feels more open or more tight, more resistant or less resistant from the last side. Just exploring. Good. We'll take another breath in. And then exhale to draw this foot in between the hands. And then we'll find some rocks back and forth. Finding 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒛𝒻𝒃, half split, into the supported Anjaneyasana. Just rocking, nice and easy. Good, and then we'll inhale, sweep arms all the way up to the sky, finding that Anjaney. And then exhale, cactus at the elbows, opening up. Inhale, extend. And exhale to cactus. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, open the heart. Once more, inhale, reach. Exhale, frame the front foot, tuck back toes under, finding this runner's lunge, finding pulses in the back heel. Good, and then we're peeling the back foot open, rolling all the way up, finding our wiggly warrior two to start out. Maybe closing your eyes, focusing in on how you feel, not how you look. And you can imagine that you're a silhouette and there's negative space all around you. What sort of shape are you making as you float your arms? Find buoyancy in your knees and your pelvis. Good, and then let's use that fluid energy to find Virabhadrasana B, warrior two, for 3 deep breaths. Good, and then we'll reach all the way to the top of our mat to reverse the warrior. Reach it all the way up and back. Find a bend in that front knee. Good, and then option to flow your hand to, or your elbow to your knee, or your hand to the earth. Finding extended side angle, drawing big circles in one direction and the other. Beautiful, and then let's sweep all the way up and back, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, toe heel the back foot in a little bit. And then we'll reach the hand all the way as far as we can, finding almost a T-like position with our obliques, and then hand can fall to shin or the earth or the block. And then let's reach all the way up. And then exhale, threading the needle. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, threading needle through. A few more times with your own breath. Good, once more. Inhale to reach all the way up. And then as we exhale, using your obliques to reach all the way up and back, reverse the triangle. And then as we exhale, little windmill all the way down into a 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒸𝓃𝒾𝓅𝓉𝒾ℴ𝓃. Maybe toe heel the feet a little bit more out. Let's inhale, find half lift. And exhale, fold forward. A few times again, finding this spinal wave, half lift. Exhale to fold. Once more, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold forward. Option here is to stay here. Option is to take a Trikonasana, a tripod, a tripod headstand, or if you'd like to find more of a Shavasana shape like I am, feel free, completely optional. Finding that lift if you are inverting. Engaging with the core. And if your feet are on the ground, continuing to melt your whole spine toward the earth. Take another breath in. And then if you are one of the inverters, come down with control. We'll all inhale, half lift. And then exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, half lift. And then this time as we exhale, turning back toward the original front of our mat, peeling open the back foot about 45 degrees to sweep all the way up, finding Vira A, Warrior One. 3 deep breaths. Good, and then option A is to find that clasp of the elbows. Option B is to clasp your hands, this time finding the opposite clasp. Let's loop shoulders up and back, expand the heart, gaze up, and then exhale, humble warrior, melting forward. 3 deep breaths. Good. Let's graze the earth with our hands to reach all the way up. Warrior One. And then exhale to frame the front foot, catching yourself coming in to Warrior Three. Option to stay here, option to find your balance, airplaning the arms. It's okay if your supporting leg is bent like mine is. It allows me to really find that dropping of both hips toward the earth. Whatever is working for your body, trust it. It is good. Take another breath in. And then as we exhale, using your strength of your core, of your glute and your core, coming all the way up into standing. Option to stay here, option to find tree pose. Finding your drishti, your point of gaze. Knowing that if that leg is fatiguing, like mine is right now, it's okay. Just come back into it. Finding your balance, and whatever that means for you today. Maybe lifting your arms to the sky. And then exhale, letting your leaves fall. Good. Coming into Samasthiti. Hands to your heart. We'll inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, finding plank. Inhale, take a breath in. And then exhale, lowering the knees, lowering the pelvis all the way down to the earth. Let's inhale, loop shoulders up and back, find the baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Maybe you push into the earth, finding a full 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒸𝓃𝓾𝓅𝓉𝒾ℴ𝓃. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths in here. One more inhale. And then exhale, melting the knees and forehead to the earth, Bālāsana, child's pose. Beautiful, rolling all the way up into seated. Let's take a breath in here. And then exhale, rolling onto one side, bringing the feet out in front of us, sitting on our sit bones. And then we'll latch on to the backs of our thighs. Let's loop the shoulders back, expand the heart to gaze up. And then exhale, melting back toward the tailbone, latching on to the backs of our legs. Inhale to expand forward, lift the heart. And then exhale, dipping back, catching yourself. Inhale, expand. Exhale, loop back. Once more, inhale, expand. And then exhale, dropping back. Let's take an extra breath in here. And then as we exhale, let go. Engaging the core. Take a breath in. And then exhale, dropping back just a smidge. Inhale, reach forward a smidge. And then exhale, drop back a smidge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop. Once more, inhale, reach. And then exhale, engaging, engaging, engaging to come all the way back onto your spine. Big good morning stretch. Toes and fingertips reach in opposite directions. And then exhale, give yourself a big hug. Rocking from side to side, side to side. Good. And then we'll find our shoulder stand. If shoulder stand is not in your practice, you can simply keep the low back flush with the mat and elongate the soles of the feet toward the sky. This is a wonderful place to stay. If you are coming into a full shoulder stand, we'll dip our toes back, latching on to our low back, and then reach the soles of our feet to the sky. Staying here for about 10 long breaths.
you'd like to find Halasana plow pose, bringing the toes toward the earth, reaching fingertips toward the top of the mat, or clasping hands together. We'll take 3 long breaths here. Good. And then if you are in this plow, beginning to roll vertebra by vertebra all the way down the vertebra, coming to meet those who have been in this waterfall pose, keeping the soles of the feet up to the sky, staying here for a breath, feeling if you've been in this inversion, this stretch, this release, this heaviness in the pelvis. And then all together, we'll take a deep breath in, and then as we exhale, we'll drop our feet to the earth, making a thud. So let's take a deep breath in, and then exhale, drop. Good. We'll inhale, bringing the palms of our hands to the tops of our thighs, just below our hip bone. We'll take a breath in, and then as we exhale, we'll push our thigh bones away from us, pushing our pelvis away from our spine. Take a breath in, release, and then exhale to push. Once more, inhale, and then exhale. Option is to continue doing this a few times if it feels really good for you, or option is to bring one palm then the other facing toward the earth underneath the sit bones. Press elbows into the earth, loop shoulders up and back, coming into Matsyasana, fish pose. Crown of the head reaches toward the earth. 3 to 5 long breaths here. Letting the throat open. And then letting everything release, coming down. Releasing your hands, releasing your legs. Maybe any last thing you might want for this practice, a little happy baby. Gathering any sweater or bolster or pillow, anything you'd like to make this Shavasana extra cozy. And then letting your whole body, your whole being, your whole self melt into the earth. Shavasana. Finding some soft movement in fingertips and toes. Coming back. And then reaching the hands in a big good morning stretch. And then as you exhale, turning over onto one side in a fetal pose. Breathing in, and then exhale, come up into seated. Bringing the hands together. Let's rub our hands together, generating some last heat for this practice. And then we'll place one hand over our heart, one hand over our belly. Feeling yourself here, alive and real and loved. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day whenever this finds you. The sun has started to come out here on the passage, on the sound. I hope wherever you are, the sun is also coming out, whether internally or externally. Hope to see you soon. If you liked this video, make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, comment what you want to see next. Namaste.